Hello, this is Paul CHEK, and it's Dr. Diet Month at the CHEK Institute, so I thought I would get into a little something different for you today, right out of my book, How to Eat, Move, and Be Healthy. So what I want to talk about today is, what is organic? And I'm also going to touch a little bit on this whole pesticide and chemical problem. Now, in my little discussion today, I'm going to be referring to some topics that you can study in much greater depth. Here's a book called Paramagnetism, Rediscovering Nature's Secret Force of Growth by Philip Callahan, PhD. Amazing scientist. Keyword scientist for you naysayers out there. Next, Secrets of the Soil, New Solutions for Restoring the Planet. A very good idea, by the way, by Peter Tompkins and Christopher Bird. And then this is an excellent book that everybody should read, Science and Agriculture, Advanced Methods for Sustainable Farming. So those are a few of the resources if any of you want to look into what I'm going to share right now. Start here though. This one's nice and simple and then you need it. Right on page 57, a study of 110 urban and suburban children in Washington State found that children who ate predominantly organic foods had significantly lower organophosphorus pesticide, which is a nervous system disruptor, exposure than children on conventional diets. Out of the children tested, only one did not have measurable levels of the pesticide in their urine. This child was on an all-organic diet. Other children eating mainly organic foods had exposure levels below the EPA's Environmental Protection Agency safe level, while the children eating conventional foods were above this level. Okay. So, there's a key observation. Now these herbicides, pesticides, rodenticides, and fungicides are very, very dangerous at any level in your body, even though manufacturers and the medical system gives parts per million for safety. The key point that I want to make here is all these herbicides, pesticides, rodenticides, most of the pesticides especially, but most of these chemicals that are used to control pests in nature are of two types. Neurotoxic, which means they attack the nervous system of the creatures that come in contact with them, or estrogenic, which means they elevate the estrogen levels in creatures so high they can't reproduce. If you eat them, in any way, shape, or form, they will do the same thing to you. Now, another key thing is most people think it's safe to eat these foods in the recommended, because the chemical dosages on the food are in the safe limits recommended by various government organizations. But that's dangerous to believe. I found good research, which I wrote about in my book Under the Veil of Deception, which is part of my HLC2 Holistic Lifestyle Training course, and the research showed very clearly that the immune system cannot recognize these toxic chemicals in microdoses, such as part per billion, but that they do still affect the body by potentially damaging our genetics and other things, because the doses are low, but the immune system does not see them, so they don't get cleaned out. Once the dose reaches a high enough level and the body reacts to it, I call this the homeopathologic effect. If you look at what a homeopathic medicine is, a homeopathic medicine can be a medicine that does not have one single atom of the original trace medicine in it, but carries the vibrational energies and information of the medicine. My point here is that when you're eating foods, even with low levels of pesticides, you're getting food with water carrying an energy signal that creates, that sends information into your body that confuses the system. It does not create order, it creates chaos. So any dose of these things is a dangerous dose. Now I want to share with you a little bit more about what organic is and look at how the soil works, so that you can understand even more why any of these chemicals, including chemical fertilizers, have to be very, very, very carefully used, if at all.